So much blood. There was just so much crazy in this episode. I don't even know how to start. I mean, there's so many feels, there's so many emotions. I think I cried, I screamed, I yelled, I was angry, I was happy, I was sad. I'm thinking about Winston. I mean, who's gonna live, who's gonna die? I just have no clue, and I have no idea where to even, how to feel. Crazy, great episode though. This was the episode where we had Jack Crawford and Hannibal Lecter's fight of the century. These last 12 weeks have been leading up to this point. Everybody on my channel has been commenting about what sets him off. There were debates about what Hannibal had to do to get Jack Crawford that ticked off to where he'd go to his house and fight him. Turns out, all he needed to do to get to Hannibal's house was get a dinner invitation. Jack gets put on forced compassionate leave. Of course, Jack's not going to back down. He's not going to stop doing what he's doing. He's going to continue trying to catch Hannibal. This is their only chance. Now, Alana sees it. She sees how blind she was this whole time, and how Will Graham has known about this for so long. And so she finally believes it. So it's nice that we have Alana on the team. It's nice that Freddy's on the team. It's nice that everybody is on the same page now. The only problem is Hannibal is always one step ahead. If you stay till past the credits, you see that Bedelia is going off with Hannibal. Is Bedelia on the same boat that Abigail was on? Is she just as terrified as Abigail is, and she would just listen to him regardless of anything? If she's with him, she's not going to be killed by him, right? I mean, that's kind of the thing. Abigail knows that Hannibal's dangerous. She has no other choice. She stays with him. He protects her while she's with him, and then when he has no use for her, he kills her. Same thing, I think, may happen with Bedelia. I don't really think that Bedelia concocted this whole plan with Hannibal. I think that she's terrified of him in reality, and I think that this is just her way of staying safe and protecting herself, and maybe she's still under his control. Abigail's return was not as surprising as I would have liked it to be. Last year when they killed her off, there wasn't proof that she was, except for the ear in Will's throat. We always thought and said that if there's not a body, then there's definitely going to be a return of that character. And lo and behold, Abigail's back, and she's still under Hannibal Lecter's spell. Alana knew what she was getting herself into. She knew that Jack was there to confront Hannibal about it. She, for some reason, put her gun in her purse and didn't check to load it or anything. Whose fault is that? But in reality, she had good intentions. I think that had she been able to fire the gun at that time, it would have been perfect. She would have shot him. But of course, Hannibal was always one step ahead. Alana falls to her, inevitable death? Is she going to die? Jack Crawford gets stabbed in the neck with glass by Hannibal. Will Graham gets gutted. Abigail, her throat gets slit in the exact same spot that her father slit her throat at. And Will Graham saved her life once. Is he going to be able to do it again? And who's going to survive? Who's going to survive? That fight was intense. Seeing it again in context really, it just made more sense. Hannibal gave Will the opportunity to back off. He told Will, hey, we don't have to do this. We don't have to kill Jack. We could just leave. Hannibal at that point, I mean, if he had any clue that something was awry, that right there set it in place that Will was going to betray him. And Hannibal is legitimately saddened by the fact that Will betrayed him in this episode. I mean, there's tears in his eyes. He's upset that he has to do what he has to do, but he does it. And he tells Will that he forgives him, and he wants Will to forgive him as he coldly walks out the door while Will is bleeding out. He doesn't even glance at Alana as he walks past her. He just walks past her, doesn't even look at her. He just doesn't care, because that's who Hannibal is. And if people are still out there and loving Hannibal, guys, he's a cannibal who kills all his friends. This is what he does to his friends. We know what he does to his enemies. He eats them. But with his friends, he just leaves them to bleed out and die. Maybe that's his way of giving them a chance to survive. Anyways, that is it for my review, and if you do have any questions or comments, or you just want to make a statement or an observation, or if I missed something, please let me know in the comment section below. 1 whole year for the next episode. I don't even know what I'm gonna do with myself. I've got to figure out what I'm gonna review for a year. I don't know. If you have any suggestions, just tell me. Let me know what I should review. Thanks so much for watching, and